Okay, so we're going to start with the BrainHack project pitch for Taiwan part 2. I hope people can hear me, right? Can you all hear me? It's good, right? Okay. Then in the first, just like the last time, we're just going to go through quickly. And the first person up is Xuan. So Xuan, whenever you're ready, you can share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I audible to everyone?
I can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Yes, I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
Is it full right now? Oh yeah, it's full.
It's just starting. Okay, I see it now.
Okay, thank you, professors. Okay. Hi, I am Chung, or you can just call me Chelsea. First of all, I want to thank professors for tolerating the inconvenience for rescheduling time slots for me, because I think I really did cause a hassle, and yeah, I just want to thank professors for tolerating this inconvenience. And all right, now I'm double majoring in English and psychology in National Taiwan University, and I'm also minoring in music in National Taiwan Normal University. And I'm interested in cognitive linguistics, classical literature, and speech therapy. So right here, my project for BrainHack School 2023 would be to visualize resting state functional connectivity in monolinguals, as well as late and early bilinguals. So we have three research groups here, and I'm going to be using an open neural data set of resting state neural activity of monolinguals and late and early bilinguals as my data repositories for the project. And the samples, just to clarify, the samples are from speakers with English or English and Spanish experiences. That's the data I found. And they these two groups of speakers, they were exclusively prioritized in order for the recruitment of all three groups, which I've just said is monolingual, early bilingual, and late bilingual. And so studies on how bilingual individuals, I mean, we all are bilingual at this case right now. Studies on how bilingual individuals appear to, let's say, develop symptoms of dementia 4 to 5 years later than comparable individuals who speak just one language, or to enjoy many other renowned benefits as bilinguals, do not necessarily account for factors including if the individual learned their second language as a child or later in life, or their language proficiency. And in an attempt to examine the variables more carefully, I think looking at the resting state rs-fMRI scans of the default mode network would provide us with a clearer picture, because the default mode network includes regions such as the medial prefrontal cortex, the posterior cingulate cortex, or the angular gyrus inter alia. So I would be attempting a seed-based correlation analysis to explore functional connectivity in the brain based on the time series of an ROI. Connectivity would be calculated as the correlation of time series for all other voxels in the brain. And I also use Jupyter Notebook as a resource. I didn't list it out, but just to clarify, I'd also use Jupyter Notebook as a tool to organize and document the code and the code I'm going to use for my project. And I also use MyLearn tools for calculating and displaying functional connectivity from the neuroimaging data that I will use later. And I think that's all I cover for today. I thought I should keep it short. So thank you all for listening.
Judge, you are muted.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, so thanks, Chelsea, for the pitch. No worries about the schedule, but we're all very flexible and dynamic here. I just want to confirm with you, your TA, who is your TA, or who are you? Who is helping you?
Kiki.
I forgot her Chinese name. I think Kiki.
Oh, okay. All right.
She's over here.
Okay, good. Okay, so then just to make sure that you're taken care of and you have some linkages there. Okay.
Okay.
Any other people have questions? No? Okay, no, sounds like a good project. You have your data, right? Open your, right? Monolinguals and
Yeah.
okay. All right. Then it should be all good. And so thanks for sharing. We'll move on quickly to the next person is Ruo-Chi. So Ruo-Chi, can share your screen. Okay, and whenever you're ready, you can start. Can't hear you. Are you speaking? We can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Ruo-Chi, we cannot hear you. So
Are you speaking or what? Or maybe reset it.
你的麦克风没有开。
Maybe we should put it offline.
okay.
这两个，要不然。Roach, you can we'll just wait for you to pay. Just share your screen and turn your mic on. She having problems. It's okay, take your time.
Okay, yeah. Hello.
Yes. I hear something.
Oh no, that was me. I was just saying hello to someone who said just now.
Yeah, I think she's moving to my office now. Yeah, she make the presentation. Yeah, in the study room today. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're in the same floor. So sorry.
Is it okay? Is it working?
Or do we want to switch? I saw Ro.
Okay, I think we can. Yeah, maybe probably we can.
And the next
Roll.
person is Ming Rong.
Hey.
Hey, I can.
Oh, sorry.
Roan, right? So maybe Roan can go first.
Ryan, you can go. Yeah, if you can share
Okay.
and then go.
Let me share my slide. Is my sound clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm currently the PhD student of interdisciplinary neuroscience in National Central University and Academia Sinica, and I had a linguistics background in NTU. This is my topic, classification of cognitive load based on EEG signals. Wait. Sorry, I'm moving the icon. Okay, I'm interested in how the cognitive overload is represented in the brain. The individual differences of working memory capacity is found to be correlated with fluid intelligence, aging, and some psychiatric disorders. So I'm also interested in how the state of cognitive overload is represented in individuals with high working memory and low working memory capacity. And I will use the machine learning approaches to decode different levels of working memory load from EEG data, and hopefully to build up the prediction model on individuals' working memory capacity from EEG data. I will adopt the open neural data. In this experiment, the participants have to either memorize the sequence of 5, 9, or 13 digits, or to passively just listen to the digits. So here I will only extract the EEG data that includes the memory conditions, and to use the machine learning algorithms to decode different levels of working memory load. For example, high working memory or low working memory load. And this data also includes the behavioral data. And the behavioral data includes the working memory capacity of each individual. So if there is enough time, I hope to build up the model to predict the state of working memory overload in the individuals with high working memory capacity and low working memory capacity. And I will use the MNE Python for the preprocessing and machine learning with scikit-learn. And I hope to evaluate several classification algorithms and to pick the best one that's based on the accuracy. And then MATLAB Seaborn Plotly for data visualization. And I will deliver the Python script for data preprocessing, Jupyter Notebook with code script for machine learning classifiers and data visualization. And at last, the GitHub repository for project description and the description for each Jupyter Notebook. Thank you for your listening.
Maybe I.
You're muted again.
No, now can you hear me now? I think I switched place. It makes more sense. Yeah. So it's all good. Thanks for sharing, Rowan. And then I just also want to check your data are already downloaded, as in they have this data already.
I will use the, oh, you mean, did I download it?
Yeah, do you have the data?
Oh, I will use the open neural data.
Yeah, so they have this, right? DS003838. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
And I will only use because there are only 65 valid EEG data. So I will use these data.
You mean 65%, 65 participants?
No, I think they have more than like 80 participants, but only 65 are valid.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's pretty decent. Okay. Great, thanks. Anyone has questions?
So you're going to individualize the definition of overload for each individual, right? So depending on their working memory capacity?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Okay. If no other questions, all good? Okay, then is Ruo-Chi ready? Okay. And you have to turn on your microphone.
just switch my microphone, my Wi-Fi. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I just start my
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay. Hi. Good afternoon. I'm Ruo-Chi Yao from National Central University. And I don't have a specific title for the project now, but I think it should be something about linguistics and the EEG or MEG. I used to I used to work as a speech language pathologist. That's why I am interested in linguistics. Now I am a student, so for the end of the project is to learn more about the relation between the brain and the language processing. As for the data set to be used, I just list several data sets here, and they are all about language and EEG or MEG. I am still working on choosing a data set and thinking about the method. And the keywords of the project should include EEG, MEG, or language. And that's all for my brief introduction. And I'm looking forward to teaming up with anyone who is also interested in language processing, linguistics, and the EEG or MEG. Thank you.
Okay, hey, Ruo-Chi, you had some slides, but we didn't see it.
Yeah,
You move.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, maybe can you go to your slide too?
Yes.
Because I think, yeah, we didn't see that when you were saying. So,
That one is
very general. You want MEG data and to do with language, and there's a bunch of them. Okay. Yeah, and I also would suggest that because I think the main hub pitch will be conducted, was it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
Yes.
And Saturday. So if students who are still exploring, which is fine, in terms of your project pitch, you should also tune in to the main hub's project pitches. And then if you find that there are people you are interested in or projects you are interested in or it's related to yours, you should reach out, take initiative and reach out to them. And or to the TAs, and then we can work things out together. So we prefer people to be dynamic and take initiative. If you are not sure and you should take steps to look out at the environment. I'm sure you all know that. So I'm just reminding that we definitely encourage that and are okay with it. Okay. Yeah. Any questions from anyone or suggestions?
So there will be a lot of project pitch happening on Saturday morning, early morning, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Yeah, I think
If
our
you are a
project.
night owl, I think maybe you are still awake. So that's
Yeah.
yeah.
So you have to stay tuned to the main Discord channel for the timings. Yeah. So, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Great. Thanks. And Ruo-Chi. Next person is Ming Ro. Are you here? Are you online?
Yes, I hear you. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I'm still setting for the share screen. I'm so sorry.
No problem. Take your time. Just share your screen. Slow. Figure it out slowly. It's okay.
Oh, maybe I will get in this WebEx again, and then I will come back very soon. I'm sorry.
Okay. No problem. Take your time. Okay, I see your screen.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Ming from National Central University at Taiwan Hub, and then my topic of the research is the empathy of high psychopathic individuals in fMRI. And then my specific aim is to find out the mechanism of empathy in high psychopathic individuals with fMRI through the Python data analysis.
Ming, sorry to interrupt,
Yes.
but I think your words are a bit small. Can you like
Okay.
play the screen?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Can you see it now? Is
Yes,
it clear
this is
enough?
good. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
carry on. Yeah.
Okay, and then my own aim for the small aim for the lesson is to learn how to find out the research with small amount of participants, because if I want to do any psychopathic individuals, the research for psychopath, we only have a little amount of the participants. So, and then also learn how to work with Python, because I learned nothing before Python, before the BrainHack School. So I want to learn more about the Python in this lesson. Also, the data set will be used is in Open Neural for the M2M with the PPIR, NTS, and EQ. This one, yeah, because they have only 10 participants in this research in the data set. So that's why I said that I need to learn how to find out the result with the very little amount of participants. And the method to be used, I will use the ROI analysis with the amygdala and then the prefrontal cortex. These two area is very related with the empathy. So I think I will use these two area for my interest area. So also for the I will also use the functional connectivity analysis for maybe for find out these two area will be maybe they will affect with themselves or not. And also the keywords for my research is about empathy and then psychopathy, personality, and fMRI. This the end of my research. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Ming. So just to confirm with you, you want to use this data and then kind of classify the individuals because the data set is small, the number of participants is small. So you want to find a way to maximize the data to classify these persons,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So then can I check also then in that case, what is the specific functional connectivity analysis you want to do? Because so functional connectivity is like very general and broad. Is there a special kind of tool or method that will allow you to go with small data?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Is there a consideration yet? It's okay if you don't have yet.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Professor. And maybe I will correct this kind of method.
Okay, yeah, think about it because
Okay.
functional connectivity is we are already doing it with, and it has its limitations. It might need more big data. But if your goal is about small, with small sample, do think about a bit more about the method that you want to use in this case. Yeah.
Thank you.
Or people have suggestions.
Mhm.
Other people have suggestions. Okay, if not, then let's move on to the next person. Next one is two people, Stephanie and Dylan. I see here. Are you all there?
Yeah,
Oh, Professor?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hi. We're both here, but the thing is that I realized I couldn't share my screen with Safari, so I'm switching now to Chrome. It might take a little while. Please wait until I can share my screen to you, or else if I also sent the link to the chat
Oh.
box. So if you would like to take a look, it's a
Let me
you
see.
can you can take a look at the link. It's the slides that we had prepared.
Let me take a look. You can switch over to Chrome first.
Yeah, I'm switching right now. So
Okay.
please wait. Thank you.
Copy and paste the URL and paste on the home. Oh yeah. Hang on a minute. Wait. 复制 copy. Chrome.
So please allow me to sign out from Safari for a while. I'll be back as soon as possible.
Okay. This
Thank
one? I think I can use this one. Hang on a minute. Yeah. Oh, I see. It copied the whole text. Okay. All right. Okay. So Stephanie, I think I can share the screen. Do you want me to share the screen?
Okay. I saw someone had shared.
Yeah, I'm sharing your
with me.
screen.
Thank you very much.
Does it work?
Yeah, I can see it. This totally work.
Okay, so just let me know if you want to go to the next slide.
Okay, so Dylan, I think we can get started.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So hello everyone. This is Stephanie and Dylan, both working in the same project. Our topic, temporarily, our topic is going to be classifying online language learning tasks through EEG signals. And both of us are from the Neurolinguistic Lab in National Taiwan Normal University. Interest as listed down there. Mine is about language acquisition, bilingualism, and code mixing, while
Yeah, and I'm interested in neural networks, metaphor, and language contact. I'm also from Singapore, so I love stuff about language contact. Yeah, we can go to the next slide.
Thank you. Okay, so yes, thank you. We have found a data set of EEG, which is named on the left-hand side, multi-module duolingual by signal data set. And our aim is to see whether we can train machine to differentiate tasks based on EEG signals. In this data set, it is retrieved from German language lessons using web-based Duolingo, and the subjects that they got is from 22 participants, either native English speakers or fluent in English. And also, there are a lot of tasks within, but basically, we're only going to pick a few of them.
Actually, I think there's 4 different tasks. So what we want to do is that the researchers that produce this data set recorded EEG signals while the participants were doing these language learning tasks. And what we want to see is that if we can perhaps use Python's scikit-learn and all that to apply deep learning to be able to identify and classify those tasks based on the EEG signal. Yeah, so that's what we trying to do for our project. And at the bottom here, we have the links to the data set and the paper describing it.
Yeah, and for the thing is that even though both of us has tried to collect the data, so we know the physical part of how to collect the EEG data, but the thing is that we haven't learned how to analyze them. So we hope that we can learn something from this course. And also we try to discuss with TA, but the thing is that we don't even know how to get started because we haven't learned how to do that. So yeah, we are still on our way to try to learn how to analyze it. Thank you.
Who's your TA?
Ruo-Chi.
Ruo-Chi. Okay, Ruo-Chi, you have to help them. Yeah, I just want to be clarified. So you have this data, and they are doing different types of tasks, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
then
they
you
got
want to,
like mhm.
yeah, what kind of tasks are they doing?
They got eye tracking, mouse
Oh, that's the
tracking, and
methods.
EEG. But yeah, but the thing is that I think we are going to focus on the EEG part.
Oh, sorry. They have different kinds of data in the data set, like she said, eye tracking and others. But the participants conducted 4 different language learning tasks. I can't remember all of them off the bat, but I remember some, at least 2 of them are kind of like a translation kind of thing. And then another one is like a picture matching, like you match this, they show you a German word, you match the correct picture.
Okay.
Are these data all pre-processed already?
Yeah, it has been processed and also all like could be freely accessed on the online, and we have so far downloaded.
Okay, so I would suggest something here is that if it is already evident that this data, let's say it's one set of EEG data, and this EEG data is for this person doing this task A, let's say task A, okay, and then this another set is for doing task B already. If it's already evident, then your machine learning or whatever method, neural network method, will be able to separate them, right? Because the information is there. So you have to ask yourself, is there something more than just I want to separate them? Because I can already separate them, right? I don't need the machine learning to separate it for me. So kind of like, not that you don't want to use the machine learning to do some classification or something here, but maybe you want to ask something about like, what is the machine picking up? What is the method picking up to separate? And is this meaningful from a neuroinformatics point of view or from a psychological or linguistic point of view, right? Okay, so it's not like you're changing your data set or your approach, but kind of like maybe reframing your question a little bit.
But as a first step, this could be also used as a practice for like learning how to apply these machine learning protocols.
Right, you could, so like you could say, because you are not sure, so you want to do something that is very evident. So for example, we already know the data are separable. You can classify, you have the information. So it's a safe place for you to try out the machine to make sure that you got the machine, right? The machine should be able to perform, correctly, and you know the correct answer. So that's also another way of reframing the question a little bit. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I just looked into the link that I found from the second slide, and yeah, they have some raw EEG data, and it has some eye fixation data. So according to their papers, I think you need to figure out how to co-register the time points of eye fixation and the time points in your raw EEG timeline. Yeah. Well, as long as they have that information, I mean, you have the original time points of the onset of the fixation, then you can always use that to track what's going on. So that is the so-called eye fixation related potential. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just you have to make sure they have all those very detailed information, and then you are fine to do whatever you want. And it seems that there has a folder show contain some file called example files. So probably you can start from there to see what they already provide as something that basic pipeline to analyze their data. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
everyone.
very much.
So if we have more discussions, maybe Stephanie and Dylan, if you create a post under Project 2023, we can carry on the discussion over there, because there might be more to discuss about.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I will highlight again that after this, everyone try to post your project's pictures onto the Project Pitch 2023 in the main Discord hub. Okay, I'll remind everyone again about that later, and then we can pick up discussions there. Okay, great. So next
thank
person,
you.
Thank you. Next team up is Syuan-Yu and Wei-Hung. Wei-Hung. So are you guys able to share?
Okay. Sorry, I have to give access to the system setting. So can you wait?
Yeah, no, it's all right. I think this is the recent security issue. Everyone's computer has to give new access to every new software.
Okay, and then I will leave meeting first and rejoin later.
Yeah, no problem. Please go ahead. Yeah. Oh, the rest of you, maybe you can try sharing, or should we do that? No, it'll be too messy. If everyone tries to share and then ask for permission, just do it one at a time. I don't know if y'all can hear over there, but there's very strong winds over here. A bit crazy. It's not typhoon, but it feels like typhoon. Okay, we see your shared screen.
Okay, and
Can you see our screen?
Yeah. Are you able to play the show, or does that kind of remove your notes?
Here.
okay.
Is this okay for you?
So does it work for you all?
Yeah, now it does.
Okay, and I will start our presentation. And hello everyone, we are Wei-Hung Lin and Shan-Yu Lin, and master students majoring in psychology from Taiwan Hub. And our project title is Unveiling Language-Use Patterns with rs-fMRI. And in this BrainHack School project, we aim to utilize machine learning to distinguish monolinguals and bilinguals based on their functional connectivity characteristics. And it's widely recognized that more than half of the world's population is bilingual or multilingual. Growing evidence suggests that the experience of multiple languages can have positive effects on brain structure and cognitive functioning beyond language processing. For example, individuals who have learned and actively use a second language since childhood tend to exhibit strengthened wider tracts and better preservation of white matter integrity in older age. In addition to its dynamic influence on the brain structures, bilingualism is also thought to affect functional connectivity. Previous studies have observed unique patterns of functional connections in bilingual individuals compared to the monolinguals. Therefore, we expect that the participants' language background can be identified from their.
Individuals with diverse language backgrounds are believed to exhibit functional differences in their brains. We try to investigate the distinct patterns of resting state neural activity in monolinguals and bilinguals. As a result, the primary objective of this project is to identify monolinguals and bilinguals based on the unique signatures of their resting state functional connectivity. We will utilize the resting state fMRI dataset of monolinguals and bilinguals obtained from Open Neural. To distinguish between monolinguals and bilinguals, our plan involves developing a machine learning model. We will allocate a portion of our data for training the model, while reserving another portion for validating its generalization. Initially, we will use the Python package Learn to preprocess the brain images in our dataset. In addition, Learn offers capabilities for visualizing neural imaging data. Afterwards, we will employ the scikit-learn package in Python to construct machine learning algorithms specifically adapted for classification purposes. Our goal is to effect this machine learning model to identify monolinguals and bilinguals based on their resting state functional connectivity. Thank you for your attention.
Hey, thanks a lot. I'm wondering if you guys were overlap with who just now was doing bilingualism and classification. Is it Ming Ro? Feedback.
Yeah. Can you say that again, Josh?
Someone was doing bilingual classification too. Just now. Someone was doing bilingual classification just now. And I'm wondering if you guys want to discuss together or have some interaction, or would it be related? Just now, who was it? Was it I forgot. Someone just now was using German bilingualism, right? Was it Shan-San? Are you still online? If it's the person, is it Chen or one of the people? Yeah. Well, we can go back to it and then see, and then you can take the discussion offline. But
Chelsea,
yeah,
but Chelsea focused on data visualization. But,
oh, I see.
But I think
here is classification.
Yeah, but I guess
I don't know. You guys can think about if you wanna be working on the same data set, or you wanna, have some using the same method, some overlapping method, and then kind of develop from there. Maybe. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Chen presented her projects with visualization of monolinguals and bilinguals.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
here, Wei-Hung and Shan-Yu wanted to do machine learning and to classify like new resting state fMRI.
Okay.
If the fMRI figure is from monolingual or bilingual, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's different aspect. But just seeing if you guys had anything in common that maybe you wanted to talk about as well. Sometimes this kind of exchange, you have some things that you didn't see before, and then while working together, maybe something even bigger comes out. Yeah. But yeah, no, this sounds like a great project. So any other questions? Okay, if not, we can go on to the next person is Shan-San and Wei-Chen, is it?
Actually, Wei-Chen, I think there's a typo.
I see the
C
Chinese. Yeah, Chen, right? I think the typo there.
Yeah, the typo.
Yeah, Shan-San and Wei-Chen. Please share your screen if you can, and if you need to log out and log in again, we understand. Go ahead.
Shan-San, can you share your screen?
I shall.
Okay. I'm sorry, we got two machines too.
Yeah, it's okay. So we learned this. Next time, what we should do is ask everyone to load onto one machine.
Yeah.
Already has permission, and then we can always quickly just switch over. If
So
we have everyone switch sharing, then we run into this problem, right?
for
Yeah.
the subsequent projects, if your slides, you have a link to your slides, maybe you can post it in the chat box. And so that maybe perhaps Josh, you can share your screen from there.
Sure, yeah.
Um,
We'll just wait a while. Because if we move on to the next person will also have the same problem.
yeah, so while we are setting things up, I just wanted to say that we are going across hubs. We're going to have like a evaluation meeting tonight. So if you have any suggestions, if you haven't filled out the feedback form, please do so that we can have a chance to take a look at what you think about how we're doing so far and what can be improved if we were to do this next time.
Oh yeah, and I make a plug for the industry panels, right? I believe you guys should have been seeing, if you've attended to the Discord channels at all, you would have seen that there are some industry panels coming up soon. So for those of you who are thinking about, like, after you graduate and you might be interested in industry or transitioning from academic to industry or industry to academics, we've got, you know, some pretty interesting people who have this experience, I mean, I think this is great that BrainHack School is doing this to kind of get these industry academic transition people to share with you their experiences and perhaps even to make connections and network, you know. So we have a Taiwan one that's on the 25th at 3 p.m. But they also have the international ones, right? So if you can join it, but obviously those will be in their time zone. But everyone is open to everyone. So, you know, all of them are open to everyone. So if you are interested, I do encourage you to join and see if you can, you know, get anything from out of there. Okay.
Okay, we got our screen. Okay.
Yeah. Charlene, you had something to say?
Yeah, sorry. So just to clarify, in the message might have been overridden. So I will post that again. There is a folder for people to share their slides. That is across hubs, like students from across hubs can put their folders there. And then under the channel, Project 2023, which is directly under BrainHack School, there's another channel. You can create posts there, and there's a template. So if you look for the first one, created by Isio 3 days ago, that is the template. So you can follow the format and then create a post for your project. And then people can discuss about there, can give you feedback or suggestions over there. Okay, that's it.
Okay, Wei-Chen and Shan-San, if you're ready, you can just go and start.
Hi, I'm Shan-San, and my partner is Wei-Chen. We are from Department of Psychology in National Taiwan University. Our project is about working memory and the effect of reward timing in children with and without ADHD. Okay, so we have two aims. And the first one is to distinguish the brain image pattern between children with ADHD and typical children while performing the MBAC task. And our second aim is to investigate the effect of immediate feedback and delayed feedback on the working memory performance of both groups of participants. We're trying to see if there is any interaction between these variables. And our data set is from OpenNeuro. And the experiment was conducted by Booth et al. There were 79 participants and 35 of them were diagnosed with ADHD. Their working memory is assessed by their MBAC task performance. As you can see, each participant performed 8 experiments with different amount of reward, large or small, and different time of feedback, immediately and delayed, and different type of working memory test, visual spatial working memory and verbal working memory. But currently, we are focusing on the effect of reward timing. We are going to use Python to analyze and visualize our data. Then we will try to build a model which can distinguish the brain images pattern by machine learning technique. Maybe we need functional connectivity technique, but I know little about it. So I need to look into the modules and discuss with my partner. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, and maybe with TA too.
So TA?
And we take a look.
Who's the TA? Yeah.
之家.
Oh, Zhijia. Okay. Right. Zhijia can help you on that, I'm sure. Yeah. So this is data from already uploaded by Booth et al, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions from anyone else? I think this is good. Okay, if not, then we will move on to the next person, which is Ren-Tang.
Okay.
Ren-Tang, I see that, yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I share my screen. Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes. You maybe want to expand the slide.
Yeah, right.
Maximize the screen. Yep.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Ren-Tang from Department of Psychology, NTU, and today I'm delighted to introduce our research topic, real-time human-human and human agent chit-chat, an fMRI study. Allow me to introduce the background of the research quickly. AI has made remarkable progress recently, leading to the creation of chatbots that can mimic human conversation. These AI chatbots are primarily designed and fine-tuned based on computational metrics. Still, some have also undergone extensive testing with humans. This human-focused approach measured how users feel and when interacting with the chatbot. Previous fMRI study investigating interaction between human and AI have faced the challenge due to the loud noise produced by the scanning process. As a result, many studies rely on simple tasks for their research and use the surface to evaluate chatbot quality. However, our current research leverages real-time noise reduction technique to study the potential of using fMRI in real-time chatbot interaction evaluation. And by doing so, we aim to assess the quality of the chatbot during the conversation instead of after. This approach could reduce the impact of various response biases common in post-conversation assessment. Yeah, okay, this experiment was conducted previous at the MRI Center of NTU. 29 subjects were included in this study for analysis. And traditional general linear model analysis method could not distinguish the primary manipulation results. So we took this opportunity to explore other analytical method. We are attempting to combine MVPA and deep learning, each with strengths and weakness. The most significant change are the poor time resolution and reduced number of trials. However, with the successful development of XAI and the causal AI, some algorithm may be able to perform analysis with fewer data points. This is a direction where all our efforts are heading. MVPA has opened new doors for researchers by increasing the effectiveness of tools like fMRI and the EEG. These tools help us see what's happening inside the brain. At the same time, there's been a revolution in machine learning due to something called deep learning. This refers to complex artificial neural network that can learn and make decisions. While MVPA also uses machine learning, it typically uses most straightforward technique. However, some researchers have started applying deep learning technique to brain data. We will either attempt to write our program or direct utilize the DelightNet. This package is designed to make deep MVPA more accessible to neuroscientists and other scientists in the worldwide. Okay, so this is my present. Thank you for your listening.
Hey, thanks. So I want to clarify, the data are of subjects who are having conversation with each other and over the agent.
There will be a two agent robot and one human, real human.
And so in the MRI, are they speaking? Are they talking, or what is?
Yeah, right. The participant chat with the use microphone compatible MRI, and there will be researcher to listen while they are talking and give to the chatbot and give feedback to use the screen to the participant who lying in the MRI scanner.
Oh, okay. So while the participant is saying something is being scanned,
right?
The scanning is ongoing.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I wonder about the noise issue and the head movement issue.
Actually, we use Jou-An recognize some sanity check. It will be fine. However, participant can recognize different agent and human, but the neural image cannot show the difference.
Yeah. You might have to be careful about the motion and all those other things, right? Because
right.
Yeah, so the data, the fMRI data is going to be difficult. So yeah, but I mean, obviously try things out and then we see how it goes. Who's your TA?
Yeah, Jess.
Okay, also Zhijian. All right.
Okay,
great.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's go to next is Po-Heng.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah. Is it asking you?
No, I'm just searching for my PowerPoints. I got a lot of browsers.
Just wanted to remind people that if you create posts under chat projects 2023, please follow the template, which is the first post.
Okay, great. I see your share screen now. So go ahead and start.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Po-Heng Chen from Graduate Institute of Linguistics at National Taiwan University. And I'm particularly interested in how humans make sense of words and resolve linguistic ambiguities in context. So I'm going to present a rough idea for my BrainHack project entitled Uncovering the Process of Reprioritizing Weaker Meanings in Human Brain. So I think you may have experienced uncertain moments in daily conversations, and these uncertainties may come from semantic unexpectedness within a specific context. For instance, when hearing the sentence like "the children went outside too," we may expect that the upcoming words is highly likely to be play. However, the upcoming word could also be look, which is less expected but still can be understood. And within this kind of strongly constraining context, previous EEG research has shown that the unexpected, plausible word will elicit a more positive response relative to the expected word. And this effect is usually called frontal positivity, as it is more robust in anterior areas on the scale. But in addition to unexpectedness, semantic uncertainties may also come from one-to-many mappings between word forms and meanings, that is lexical ambiguity. For example, the ambiguous word watch has a frequent meaning related to time, but sometimes it can refer to another less frequent meaning related to eyes. And interestingly, one of my prior projects showed the less frequent meaning of an ambiguous word can also elicit the frontal positivity relative to the most frequent meaning. So we suggest that human brain may share a general mechanism for tackling different types of semantic uncertainties, which is to reprioritize weaker meanings against the competition from strongly activated meanings. However, we know that the downside of EEG is its bad spatial resolution. So even though EEG research found this positivity effects more robust in anterior areas on the scalp, we still don't know which area in human brain is responsible for or related to the process indexed by the frontal positivity effects. So in the present project, we want to take advantage of MEG, which has good temporal and spatial resolution, to investigate the neural substrates of meaning reprioritization. So I will use an MEG dataset we recently collected from 26 young participants while they read short phrases in Taiwan Mandarin. And these phrases contain a target word, which can be an unambiguous word or ambiguous word. And each target word was preceded by a one-word minimal context that is semantically non-predictive, but syntactically well-defined. And for ambiguous word, the minimal context could be syntactically biased toward their either their frequent meaning or the less frequent meaning. And our phrasal stimuli were presented one word at a time, and participants were asked to do a semantic relatedness judgment on 1/3 of the trials. And for analysis, we are interested in the time window of 1,200 milliseconds between the onsets of the target words and the onsets of the probe phrase. And data will be analyzed at sensor level and source level following the workflow of M&E Python software. So My objective is to familiarize myself with the analysis of MEG data and set up a pipeline of doing this analysis via MME Python package. And ultimately, I hope to better understand the neural substrates of the process of meaning reprioritization, which was indexed by the frontal positivity in past EEG studies. And here are some keywords. Yeah, this is my presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Po-Heng. So great presentation. So any questions from people? Po-Heng is the TA here.
Ruo-Chi.
Ruo-Chi. Okay. All right. And the MEG data is collected already?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if next we can move on to Li-Sheng.
If everyone can hear my sound?
Yep.
Okay. So
okay, please start.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. My name is Cody Wang, and I'm from the GIBMS. And I would like to introduce my project, Inter-ROIs multivariate pattern shift from spatial navigation. Okay. So spatial navigation is an essential skill in our daily life. However, the pattern of brain activity during navigation are not yet fully understood. Therefore, my main goal is to investigate the shift in multivariate patterns between different brain regions, inter-ROIs, during spatial navigation test. Okay. The reason for the focusing on specific ROIs is due to the limitation in the analysis the entire brain, such as time increment and sorry. First, I can see the. Sorry, better. Okay. The reason for focusing on specific ROIs is due to the limitation in analysis the entire brain, such as the time and increment constructs. So the selection of these regions is based on the previous study, which I will introduce in the following slide. For the data source, I would like to acknowledge my advisor, Judge Wu-Chi Yao. Participants in this study engages in spatial navigation tasks while inside the MRI scanner. Prior the MRI session, participants were required to encode the virtual environment cognitive map outside the MRI. Okay. And during the test, participants were shown and the imagery represent their current location, as you can see like this, current location within the environment, and then were asked to estimate the distance between, their current location and predetermined destination. Subsequently, participants use a button place. Where's my mouse? Okay. Participants use a button place to navigate toward the goal. Data regarding their brain activity was collected using the MRI scanner during the spatial navigation test. So maybe we could see the video of what we do. Okay. So it's again, sorry. So you can see the destination and the location, and you have to judge the distance between two places. Okay, so you have to navigate the location to the destination. Okay, it's a spatial navigation test. Okay, the present study focusing on the sample of 24 young adults who participated in the special navigation test. Sorry. Okay. The analysis will specifically target the following brain regions: the hippocampal, striatal, and prefrontal cortex, middle temporal gyrus, occipital cortex, and the hinal cortex. Okay. It's important to note that the raw data from this research will not be presented here, as the study has not been published yet. And in this study, in method, we employ a seeding approach to target the region of interest, ROIs mentioned earlier. For each trial, we extracted the bold signal from each ROI and perform inter-ROI correlation analysis. This result in the 6x6 correlation metric corresponding to the 6 ROI. It's just a sample for the metric. Okay. To further analysis the data, we transfer the correlation value into the format of a multiple regression like this. Okay. This allowed us to estimate the relations and dependencies between the ROI while accounting for spatial navigation. So this is my project, and thank you for your listening. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Li-Sheng. Just to check, which one of the method you use will be from the, are you using any of the BrainHack School method in your analysis?
I think I will use the neuron and the data visualization and functional connectivity. You mean
Okay.
yes?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Any questions from people? No, if not, then let's go to the next person, Song Bin.
Okay, and well, wait for a minute. Still face the problem of the
yeah
authorization for this application.
Yes. You will have to log out and log in again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a moment.
Yeah, go ahead. The good news is now everyone should be able to use WebEx from here on to share your screen from today onwards. Hopefully, until they ask you to update the system, then you have to do this all over again. Okay. See your screen?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yes. Get to
Okay,
your slide.
so
Good.
can you see my slides?
Yeah, please start.
Okay, yeah, and my title of my project is the classifying the Parkinson disease brain with the structural MRI image, and I'm Songping Fan from the Graduate Institute of Clinical Medicine of NTU, and because my background is a neurologist, so mostly I analyze the structural image before, so. Basically, I'm working on most on the structural image, and I'll talk about the background of my project. That because the Parkinson disease is the second most neurodegenerative disease worldwide, and currently we didn't have a good method to classifying this kind of patient because there are various subtypes of this disease, but the brain image couldn't provide more information and other than we could just tell the patient they are have no tumor or other vascular disease, but we couldn't tell them whether how what's the possibility for them to have the Parkinson disease or while they are have mild symptoms or something. So I think there's a necessity that we need to find some image biomarker for this kind of disease currently. So my aim is to use the machine learning and some of the analysis methods such as the independent component analysis to classify some feature of the structural image of the Parkinson disease brain. And the data I will use is the structural image from open database called the Parkinson's Progression Marker Initiative, is abbreviated as PPMI. And currently, I have already got the 87 Parkinson disease brain and 89 control subjects brain image. And I think my goal is to just firstly to identify the brain, is it Parkinson or not? And because I think it is the very first step for us to discriminate the normal with the disease brain. And if we can do this, we could further going down to discriminate the different subtype between the disease brain. And the method I will use is that I will use the SPM12 to transform all of the structural data into data space and segment and do the segmentation and only apply the gray matter segmentation for the analysis. And secondly, I will use the principal component analysis or the independent component analysis for getting the feature. And this kind of method had already been raised in around 2009, and somebody called this method as the source-based morphometry. And I would try to use the support vector machine method to just try to use the machine learning to help us to identify this kind of brain. And I think my goal is to do some comparison and find the difference between the Parkinson disease and the control group, and also to classifying them, the difference between them. And I think it could be the first step for us to classifying the difference of the subtype in the disease. Yeah, and this is my content of the project, and thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Songping. I would like to clarify, when you say you want to classify the brain image for Parkinson's, are you talking about the whole brain or some specific derived feature from the whole brain?
Yeah, I think it would be the derived feature from the whole brain image, and I think I will use the PCA or ICA to
First
such
get a feature.
yeah, first to get a feature and put it into the like support vector machine. And because I'm quite new for this kind of thing, so I would do my best to try to write some code and upload the Jupyter notebook. Yeah.
Okay, sounds interesting. So who's your TA on this?
Bo-Shen.
Wei-Chen. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Anyone have other questions? Okay, if not, we go to the next one. Arunim.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. We see your screen.
All right.
Yeah, please start.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Arunim, and I am a doctoral student at the Institute of Cognitive Neuroscience, National Central University. And so I'm interested in sports and cognition. So here, for the BrainHack projects, I decided to investigate the relationship between athletic performance and brain structure and function. So, okay. So you can see my title is the multimodal investigation of neural correlates of athletic performance. So why that's important? So we all know that the elite athletes are known for exceptional physical abilities, but their cognitive performance is equally important for success in their respective sports. So studies have shown that cognitive abilities such as attention, memory, decision-making, reaction time are crucial for athletes to perform at their best. So what's the research problem? The first research problem is there is a relatively very few neuroimaging studies that specifically investigate athletes, and we have a very minimal information about athletes' brains. So for example, here is an interesting study from about Brazilian footballer Neymar, and in this MRI study, it shows that Neymar has the smallest medial wall activity among all participants, and suggests that it conserves the motor cortical neural resource and efficiently controls foot motor. So for this study, my research objectives are: number one, identify brain regions associated with athletic performance by comparing gray matter volume between elite athletes and non-athletes using MRI, fMRI, and FSL-VVM. Second, investigate white matter connectivity differences between elite athletes and non-athletes using DMRI and tractography analysis in Python. And lastly, explore the relationship between gray matter volume, white matter connectivity, and specific athletic scales, for example, like endurance, strength, and agility. So what will be the significance? First, hopefully my research will give some insights about the athlete's brain, and hopefully it will help us to intervene, to create some interventions to enhance physical and as well as cognitive ability for the athletes as well as for the general population. So what things I'm going to do for the research? So I thought about first the data pre-processing. So the data pre-processing will be done by FSL tools. Second, I'll do the gray matter volume differences, investigated using FSL VBM, and then the vertex analysis using FSL first tool. And finally, the DMRI analysis in Python using the Python-based tools, which we have learned in the BrainHack School. And so for the data set, in our lab, we already have some data, fMRI data from, we are acquiring in the process of the data, but BrainHack School always encourages us to use the publicly available data set. So this is one publicly available data set I thought to use. So this is relatively pretty new, published in 2021. And as you can see, this is the first publicly available, and so far is the only one a publicly available data set regarding the college at least. So that also shows that how much limited amount of data we have for the elite athletes. So that's all from my side. Thank you for your attention, and I'll be very happy to listen to your valuable suggestions and answer your questions.
Hey, yeah, thanks, Aruni. Great idea, great, interesting, very interesting project. I wonder if the definition of athletes needs to be defined for your case.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, you can imagine that I'm an athlete, but I'm a football player. My feet representation is better. but not as good as my, let's say compared to a badminton player who use more hand and eye, that or baseball player even. I wonder if that aspect would be important or would be considered in your data.
So for this one, actually, we are using the, I can show you the screen in mind. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So this data is actually for the college athletes. So for example, this data is actually for the American football players in the college level. So in our lab, actually, previously done one project for the Taiwan national football team.
Oh, so it's football.
Yeah. So this data set which I'm talking about right now for the BrainHack projects is actually for the American football. But in our lab, we previously have done one project on Taiwan national football team, which represents internationally for the Taiwan. So for that also, we have seen the gray matter as well as the white matter differences.
Yeah.
Now, important is that not necessarily that comes from their training or their obviously they have deficient motor control for their training for so many years, but also for football or maybe for the this data set, this game that has a lot of head bashing. So concussion history is also very much available for the players. So for the later years also you can see the concussion. So it might be the case that concussion could be also a result for that difference in the gray matter volume as well as in the white matter.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. So the distinction in Taiwan football is soccer, right? And then American football is nothing to do with football.
Yeah, American football has nothing to do with the foot.
Yeah, so and you're very right. In the American football case, a big concern is about head injury, and whereas probably in the Taiwan football, not as much. I mean, it's not that they don't get injured, but maybe not so much of the head injury. But yeah, so interesting project. Is see what you find. Anyone have any other questions or suggestions? Oh, and who's your TA on this?
Ding Rui from NCU.
Ding Rui. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks so much. And let's move on to the last person, Yu-Hsuan. Yu-Hsuan, can you share your screen?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me share my PowerPoint.
Yep. Okay, I see your screen, so whenever you're ready.
等我一下，我把它关掉。So can you hear me now?
Yes, please start.
Oh, okay. Okay, hello everyone. My name is Yu-Hsuan, and I'm a senior student from Psychology of National Taiwan University. And my proposal is that I want to do the semantic field of spatial terms in different languages. So I have split my research progress into 6 steps. And my first step is that I want to explore the difference in the use of spatial terms between Chinese and English. For example, when we want to say the sentence, the bird is in the tree, in Chinese, the direct translation will be the bird is on the tree. So the spatial terms that are used in different languages are different. And I want to investigate this topic. And then my second step is that I used Chinese Wikipedia corpus as the source of transfer learning. And then I had after I had a model and I applied the text and fine-tune the model with the context, The Great Gatsby, which is a novel. And then after I got the semantic field result, I will apply the similar approach in the English context with the same book. And then my conclusion will be comparing the difference in spatial semantic networks between Chinese and English languages version of the same corpus. And what I want to discuss is the implication of this result in the translation practice.
And in the final report, I want to present my course script and the data visualization of the semantic field. For example, this is the semantic field picture of the Chinese word Jiao. So the obstacle that I encountered right now is the Chinese word segmentation problem, because I want to explore the Chinese words such as up and down and inside and outside, but these Chinese words often combine with other words and become the different words. So my segmentation is not accurate enough right now. And my second obstacle is that I'm wondering the Wikipedia corpus is it good enough? And the third problem is the data visualization of the semantic field. Yes, and that's for my proposal. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thanks, Li-Sheng. I wonder if in your project, are you working on brain data at all?
No, I'm working on the machine learning.
Oh, I see. Is there a way to tie this to the brain? Or does the brain come in at all? You don't have to work with the data, but if you can make a link to brain somewhere.
Okay, I will try to find other.
I would suggest that some linkage to the brain probably would be useful, because you know, here the point here is to use the chance to kind of apply some methods or analysis that is relevant to understanding the brain or working with brain data. It doesn't mean that you have to work with brain data, but you know, you can work with behavioral stuff. But if it but you know, the point is hopefully that the behavioral stuff you work on can also tell us more about how the brain works, and that would be fine, you know.
Okay.
So I would suggest you can consider more. I think this is great, but you can think more about making the connection. My quick suggestion is that because I get the sense that you are trying to use some corpus and then performing some sort of data analysis or visualization method to separate or cluster semantic concepts or semantic terms. Then I wonder if there is, you know, some linkage you can say like this, what this suggests about how our brain might organize the semantic space as well. Would the corpus, you know, kind of result you get kind of also be, you would expect that reflects also maybe to some extent the way our brain organizes the spatial terms as well, right?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, maybe at least something like that you can make a link. Yeah, other people have comments?
Yeah, I think Kevin suggested some data corpus and data set.
Oh yeah, I see that.
And I'm also thinking that there are some open data set that record people's brain responses when they listen to novels, and maybe you could focus on the spatial terms in those novels and then look at their corresponding brain responses for these spatial terms.
Okay.
That was that data on you know, what story was it? Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
No, wasn't that big data that they use to see the words in the brain?
Yeah, I also there's a corpus.
Alice in Wonderland.
The Alice in Wonderland, and the other one they use Little Prince. And
Little Prince. Okay.
Yeah, and it comes with a different version of language. You can have Chinese, English, and French.
Oh, so they have Chinese one now.
But I think it's mainland Chinese. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So
I know.
hearing the story, and then having the brain data.
Yeah. I think they also provide the original text and the sound file of the stimulus. So then you have to look into the file to identify the onset of the spatial term. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you know, Li-Sheng, a lot of resources to think about. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't finish all in BrainHack in just a few weeks, of course, but you can start making these connections for sure. Yeah. Who's the TA?
Huang Bo-Shen.
Okay, Po-Heng. All right, good luck. Okay, any other questions or suggestions from people? Okay, if not, I think everyone is having exciting projects as usual, and you know, we hope you can get to work on it, that you are able to know how you can get to work on it. We do emphasize that it's not like in BrainHack School is very short time, so probably you won't finish your goal, right? The long-term goal, but at least you can show that you have some progression from the point that you propose this pitch to the 2 weeks later or so when we have the project presentations, right? What progress have you made from today, right? Okay, in your project. And so I will emphasize that for today, can you all please also update the project to 2023 channel? Okay, Isel has the template. We talked about it just now, but if you go to the Discord hub, there is the project 2023 channel, and there's a template there. Please complete the template and then post your project pitch there. And in
Follow
addition,
the template though.
Sorry?
Please also try to follow the template so that it will be very easy for other people to like get the point.
Yes. We strongly urge you to follow the template. Otherwise, if people are using their own format, it gets confusing. Okay, please do that as soon as you can, because I think it's also important for the international other students from other countries can see your project pictures so that they might have interest or they might have suggestions, they can reach out to you. So if you don't do it soon and you do it too late, then it's too late, and then kind of like we lose the synchrony. So Taiwan, we are doing the pitch early, but it means we can put our stuff up there, and then when the international people have their pictures tomorrow or the day after, they can kind of review what we have. I'm going to put the YouTube clip for today also up. I will put the YouTube clip for the one on Monday already. So, and I think the other thing was to fill in the questionnaires, right? Was it?
Yeah. So there's a feedback form that was sent out last Friday, I think.
Yes.
And also we reposted that in our channel, in our general channel this Monday.
Yes.
So you can try to find the survey. And also I do want to encourage people to interact more, to make more noise on Discord. So the whole point of this BrainHack School is to make connections and make more friends. So don't be shy and try to, you can try more to discuss with people about their project or your own project. And there are some pods now, topic pods, you can go there and throw questions. I'm pretty sure that many people are very enthusiastic, and you will get very helpful comments.
Yeah. I echo that. I think we want to emphasize not all about just work, but also about fun, having fun and socializing. So I realize we have this pitch, but no one comes physically, right? At least here, no one is here except Yu-Hsuan and me. So I think, so
we have a slightly more people here.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone, wow, you guys are the most social people. So, so I understand that it is maybe more convenient for a lot of you to just, have it online and all that, right? But I think, we'll make some plan about some social. I think it's important for us to be physically still together in the same place at the same time, in some form. And maybe we pick a place, and then maybe Junxian, from Zhongyang, if you all come down to Taipei, or we can find some place in between, maybe Taoyuan or Linkou.
I think we are glad to travel to Taipei. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll think about that. I think it's important. And the other, I think also fun thing would be, you know, in their main Discord, they have the food channel and the other pet channel or whatever. Hey, you guys should post the Taiwan food. I think that would really make them very excited in the other countries, right? So don't let the teachers post. Teachers post is like no meaning, you know. But if your students actively post food and then make the interaction, I think the people from the other countries will be, you know, very happy to and excited to see these kind of things. Okay, so please use the Discord post channel and the socialization tools more actively if you can. And I think that's it from me for today. Anything else from the other teachers?
So do we still have a couple of students who need to do the project pitch? Are we all done?
How many? 3 or 4. They didn't register 4 times, right? They couldn't make it. So we will, for the students who can't make it for these 2, we will kind of arrange separate. We'll find another alternative arrangement. Actually, I'm suggesting that if they want, they can join the international one. Actually, if they want, you know, or if not, we can always have them do the online or something like that. I mean, since they really can't make it. Yeah, so we understand everyone's schedule is very busy. Okay, anything else? Okay, if not, then we'll end this session and I'll be posting up the YouTube clip once the video process is finished. I will please have people let me know, by posting on the Taiwan channel for the project page. When I post the YouTube clip, please tell me your project page start and end time in the clip, because then it's easier for me to put a bookmark. Otherwise, it's hard for me to kind of like see the whole 1 hour plus thing. You know, you guys know which order you are roughly. You can quickly scan, give me the number, and I can just put it in. You see? Okay.
Yeah, this is to increase the visibility of your project, because so that people can read from the comment section and then find the topic that they're interested in and just go directly to your page.
Yeah. Okay. Please help us out with this. Everyone just do their part, and then everything will be very easy. Okay. Okay. That's it. Thanks everyone, and we'll check in on you in a couple of weeks. All right.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.